Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 here to bring you, wait for it, episode 7 of Pet Girl Sakurasou. And I was looking at my messages, Pantone 12. No man, I'm not being, no man, it's cool. I like you coming at me with info on the episodes of Sakurasou and SAO. I like that, man. No. It's good. It's good, man. I like you coming at me the info. And you know what? You're right. This one, oh, man. This one was called She Attacks. Now, okay, obviously Sorata, yes. From this episode, it is clear that he has a sister. Your little sister. Now, and there's another reason why I like this show. There's another reason. It's not just because of the hijinks and the craziness that ensues, but I like the animation. You know, you probably wouldn't now. Besides this show, there's two other sort of. I should say 3 other. But if we're talking about romantic comedy things, there are 2 others like Sakurasou. And that's My Little Monster and Oni-chan thing. The Oni-chan thing is too disgusting and weird to talk about. But I'm going to go and put on a barrel here and say, this show so far, it's got my vote. It's between this and Little Monster. That's the way I look at it. Now, let's get into the episode. Now, Sorata's younger sister, her name is Yuko. And we see this scene, her in the beginning of the episode, she's like, Oni-chan! She's jumping up and down, singing this song of Oni-chan. And every time her skirt lifts up, there's this picture of a cat in front of her underwear. It's like, meow. And do the entire show, whenever they cut a scene, you see her going, do a little dance. Oni-chan! Little sisters in anime. What will they think of next? That is like the biggest cliche in most animes. You have a little sister and a brother, and all the time he calls her Oni-chan, Oni-chan. Ugh. So anyway, just skipping along, she makes it to the Sakurasou dorms, and she sees Mashiro walks in, sees Mashiro there with a towel on, and typical anime logic. There happens to be a banana peel in the hallway while he's running to get her to put her underwear on, put her panties on. She's like, panties, and he slips and he goes fucking crashing into Mashiro. And his sister sees that and she's like, Oni-chan, an older woman! This episode is getting a 5 out of 5. No question. It's not even debatable. 5 out of 5. The amount of hijinks in this episode was too high. Just like unmeasurable. So we have this moment where he's in his room with Mashiro and his sister. And she's like, just staring at her. And she's like, she's like trying to punch her. Mashiro is just like, she sits in front of the fan going, you know the thing where you're screaming in a fan and it makes you weird sounds? She's saying that, oh, we come in peace or something. And meanwhile, Sorata's on the phone with his parents and His mother and father, which was weird. That was a weird scene. I was like, well, okay, your parents are real freaking weird. Damn voice messages. What's on happening is his mother tells him, oh, that Yuko went there because she wants to learn more about high school and everything, so you can tell her, and so on and so forth. Now, this literally was a triangle. I do not shit you. I don't shit around when I say that. And basically, more or less, what happened in this episode was he was looking for, his application and everything, waiting for his gaming to come through, and it wasn't coming through. And she gets introduced to Nanami. She comes in to his room and sees on top of him. He says, and she calls him Lolicon. She said Lolicon. And the amount of hijinks. If I told you guys every fucking thing that happened in this episode, you probably die yourselves laughing. It's just... So, she was just introduced to Nanami and calls him Lolicon. Nanami told him. And she's like, oh, what did you do with my Oni-chan? And I'm laughing my ass off this entire time. The funniest thing, though, was Sheena. She kept saying, oh yeah, I slept in his bed. She's just egging it on. Then there's this one scene where, oh my god, this scene totally flipped me out. Sheena's in front of Soraka because he's in the bathroom fixing the leak because there's a flood. Because the tub wasn't working. So she's looking at him, and she's rubbing her belly. It says like it's time, or it's time. And his sister freaked out, like, oh my god, she only shot you there. Too much. And then she finally says, oh, it's time for hungry dinner. And she's like, why did you say that in the first place? So, more or less what happened, and I forgot to mention, Misaki senpai. Yeah, she's she's trying to get her driver's license, but she's doing all the wrong things. And that was pretty fucking funny too. It runs on happening. They have dinner, and they have to go to a bath house, take a bath. Sorata, Jin, and the others. This entire time, oh my god, his sister is feeling up Sheena. She's feeling up Nanami. And I'm laughing my ass off seeing this shit. It's just so goddamn funny. And she's like, ooh, when do I get boobs like that and stuff? I'm like, god damn, this is funny shit. And basically go from that. And while he's going to when he goes to his room, pretty much all of them are in there. His sister, Mashiro, and Nanami are in there. Nanami's studying. Mashiro is doing her manga. And his sister's playing video games. And he's like, oh, did you come here for something? And she's like, yeah, but that was just a lie. She just came there to be with him. And she's like looking at him saying, take me somewhere, Oni-chan, a date. And then Mashiro looks at him, Data. And then Nanami looks at him, Data. I'm like, god damn it. There's also a scene where, like I said, if I kept telling you guys what happened in every scene, we'd be here till like next Tuesday. But so they go on a date. The other scene was with the whole rice on their face. It was unbelievable. So I go on a date, and they basically go on top of him. It was just, god damn it! It was so ridiculous. And I can tell from this episode, nanami, she's got the hots for him. She really does. She's got it really bad for him. So there was this deal. What was the climax scene was, basically on a date, having a good time, going here and there. Was when Nanami, she's walking down the stairs and she kind of falls and he catches her. And this is like this embarrassing scene. And I find out that Mashiro and his sister are missing. They got lost. And there was this interesting scene where when Mashiro was with Yuko, Sorata's sister, that she was crying, well, Oni-chan's not here, and she was worried that things would never get to him and everything. And Sheena just looks at her and says, oh, he'll be here. He'll find us. Like she knows. The amount of what she comes out of her mouth, Mashiro, shocks me to believe. Because she's got a separate sense about things. And she says to his sister that, you don't understand. It's you who doesn't understand about your brother and everything. And he finally finds she's so happy. And then here comes this guy in front of him. Because he took that apple, this candy apple. And she's like, oh, that you didn't pay for it. It was just another Sheena moment. And he's walking home with her. It was a nice awe moment. This was a special episode. It's so fucking funny. But I liked how, his sister came and it was that kind of thing, most shows like this. And apparently she doesn't mind Sheena because it doesn't matter for her because he's like she's dilly-dally and my brother needs to take care of her. And maybe next time he could take care of me like that. Weird. But she looked at Nanami saying these words about saying that you're different because you're special to him, and then it gets cut off. And we get this scene where, oh my god, she's staring into space, Nanami, and he's like, are you okay? She's like, oh! Oh man, that was crazy. So that's more or less what happened in this episode. And it was called, like I said, She Attacks. Now, next week's is going to be more about maybe like a swimsuit, fireworks kind of thing. Because they're in the summer, so yeah. But this was, whew. And to Pantone 12, once again, man, I love how you come out and just come out and say what I'm in for. And you're right, this was such a great episode. Oh man, crazy shit happening in this show. It was just like nonstop with this one. This one was a little bit too much for my taste. It was like ridiculous. No, beyond. It was like too much. But I thought it was interesting how Nanami, I want to say that Nanami's relationship with him has grown a lot more now. And she's more close to him than she was in the past. So, which brings up a good point here. And it's interesting now. It seems like Sheena and Nanami are much closer to Shiro now, to Sorata now, and they're going to get closer and closer to him as the show goes along. Like I said, next week's going to be a summer swimsuit kind of episode. So we'll look forward to that. Yeah. It was good. It was just like Oni-chan, Oni-chan, Oni-chan. It was like an Oni-chan episode. Little sisters in anime. You guys watch out for little sisters in anime. Because little sisters in anime, they're the wild card. So yeah, and that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, this is Bankai 922. Oh my god. Like I said, if I counted all the moments, I'd be here till like fucking the end of the year talking to you guys about it. So yeah, this is Bankai 922. See you guys later. There's not enough sorata to go around here. See ya.